Dear Diary, today's word of the day is adolescence. Now, the period of life when a child develops into an adult, the state or process of growing up. But what is growing up? Not just how your first birthday party one day turns into your 18th, but actually growing up. What does that look like? Is it graduating high school and going off to college? Is it picking up a trade or going right to work? We always hear the phrase, "You'll understand when you get older." But what if you are older and you don't understand? No one ever seems to have any advice for that. Lately, I've been trying to find my own advice. People rarely talk about that awkward phase between graduating high school and beginning your career. I knew from a young age that I wanted to go to college and I wanted to start my own interior design company. What I didn't know is that mentally this awkward phase can take a toll on you in ways you could not prepare for. Sometimes I feel like I'm not being productive enough, and then a big cloud of sadness forms around me. And then other times, I feel completely lost. Like lost. L-O-S-T. It's like I go through a mini identity crisis. Who am I? What am I getting out of this? What am I doing here? Is this really my purpose in life? These thoughts get heavy, and sometimes they get me stuck in a rut. But diary, I think I want to try something. Something different. Oftentimes, I think about how life used to be when I was a kid, how I had no care in the world and all I ever wanted to do was grow up. I wish I could tap that little girl on the shoulder and tell her to be patient. I'm more than halfway to adulthood, and I can say it definitely isn't what I thought it would be. Right now, I'm in school studying for business, and it feels good to be working towards something. But sometimes it can be discouraging not knowing if the outcome is going to be what I expect. Sometimes I stress so much about what my future adulthood will be like, I hardly ever soak in the present. As a natural overthinker, my brain just can't stop itself from worrying me to death sometimes. It's easy for me to get wrapped up in my head and detach from what's going on right in front of me. There's a quote that says, "Adolescence is a time where you question everything, including yourself. It's a period of confusion and self-discovery." And this is very true. Adolescence is, well, confusing to say the least. But it's completely normal to want to know why and how and even who you are. The problem is becoming too consumed in trying to figure out the answer to these questions that you feel like you've almost lost yourself. And diary, I think I've lost myself one too many times. So today or tonight, I'm deciding to make a change. I will start to pour more into my present self and save my future self for a little later. Because when it's all said and done, I want to look back on my adolescent years and think, these were the times of my life. I did my big one. I want to remember my teenage years for being full of nothing but happiness and peace. And all of that starts right now, here, with my present self. Usually, I would isolate myself, sit in my room all day, no social media, no friends. I noticed, though, this method is not the most efficient. So instead of questioning and quite frankly trying to run from my adolescent years, I'm learning to embrace them. Although they are the most critical and scary years, they're the most important. These are the times that I will remember for the rest of my life. The times that I'll tell the kids that I don't plan to have about. Rather than spend my time asking what and why and how, I think I need to spend more time just being in the moment. I should have way more YOLO moments. It's okay to make mistakes. Actually, this is the best time to make my mistakes because I'm young and I'm dumb, and this is the only time the world gives you a pass for it. So diary, I think my advice to me and to any other adolescents watching this right now, it's okay to not have everything figured out right at this second. It's fine. No one is pressuring you but you. Take your time and enjoy it, every little minute. Because this thing we call life, it's pretty short. Hey, I guess we can say growing up, it isn't all bad. Well, diary, that's all for now. Until our next entry.